49ers left tackle Trent Williams is apparently tipping plays to the opposing defenses. What should the 49ers do about it? Absolutely nothing. Ask me why on the show.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05, 06, 7 Weezy. This is not a game. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy WayneBreezie, and we are back. Yes, we are officially back. As you can see, the super chats are working again. Shout out to G-O-D. He gets all the credit. That's it. Round of applause. That's it. Gets all the credit. Don't ask me how it happened. I don't know. I can't explain it, but he can. So shout out to G-O-D. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. I'll get to your super chats very shortly. We'll do let's do an early super chat section. We'll do a mid super chat section, and then we'll end the show also with super chats. Do it 3 times. Shout out to my girl Peachy. What's going on, Peachy? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Breezy this, breezy that. The WayneBreezie Entertainment Network is where it's at. Come be a part of this huge adventure. Let's go. Your boy Breezy is all the way back. Almost all the way back. I'm still working on some things. It's a long process, but Peachy, I truly appreciate the super chat contribution. Foghorn for you. Christy Marie, I see super chat is back. You got the emojis going on. I'm loving it. Thank you so much for the contribution. Foghorn for you as well. Oh, we got them coming in early, so we'll go ahead and get to these very early. Miss Debbie is here. Super chats up and running again. The Lord has your back. I'm telling you, Miss Debbie, I'm telling you. Sometimes all the time, not sometimes, you just got to let the Lord fight your battles. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in some work, but then you just got to let him do it. So that's what's going on. Thank you for the super chat contributions. I truly appreciate it. Good morning to everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to the WayneBreezie Show. It's Wednesday, which means it's Wine Back Wednesday. All right. It's Wine Back Wednesday. And we got a lot to do, guys. We're going to do a Kahoot challenge today. We're going to talk about this Trent Williams thing. I have a guest that's going to be coming on. Hopefully, they'll be in the queue very shortly. The links has been sent. But if not, I have you guys out there. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk a little bit about this Trent Williams situation. And the 49ers are in Colorado on their way to Mexico this weekend to take on the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football. And yes, I said take on because the 49ers are technically, I got to do the quote unquote, the visiting team. So they're the visiting team. So technically they're the visiting team out there. So yeah. So they'll be hitting the road, even though both teams are going to be on the road. Now I got some things that I'm uploading from one page to the next. So bear with me and we're going to get this show crack-a-lacking. And again, thank you guys so much for the super chat contributions. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully the member thing will be, everything is being unleashed on its own. So let YouTube do its due diligence. All right. Let YouTube do its due diligence. I'm just patiently waiting for things, and I truly appreciate the contribution. Shout out to Jacqueline. Where are you? I know you're in here. I saw you in here early this morning. I just wanted to give you a shout out. We have a new Twitter super follower on Twitter, and Jacqueline is our new super follower on Twitter. So thank you so much, Jacqueline. I truly appreciate your contributions and your faithfulness to the WayneBreezie Show. All right, let's get to the formalities of the show very quickly so we can get the show crack-a-lacking. Now, you guys heard that intro, right? Breezy this, breezy that. That's by my guy, Lake City Fresh. He is, I would say, an award-winning songwriter, artist out there. He can sing, he can rap, he can dance, he can play instruments, he can write, more importantly. That's the most important thing. But I want you guys to support it, right? So go, you can get Breezy this, breezy that on all music platforms, all right? I know my man Mike Ing already told me he downloaded, he purchased it. I appreciate it. If you can purchase it, it's probably $1, not even $1, it's probably 99 cents. You know what I'm saying? And then you can also stream it as well. But listen, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, it's probably on Tidal. It's everywhere. All right. Amazon Music, wherever you guys listen to your music, make sure you cop that joint, Breezy this, breezy that, so you can listen to the whole song. I had to trim it down for intro purposes, but I just wanted to give that plug out there. Shout out to Lake City Fresh. Also, go to YouTube, make sure you comment, and also don't forget to subscribe. And guys, please get another faithful member that's not already subscribed to the channel. Come on, we're trying to build it back up. We're on the road to 5K. Right? We got to get back up to that 5K mark. All right. And we're going to be doing more giveaways and things like that. Christmas is coming. So just guys, let's get back to that 5K mark. It definitely means a lot to us in the YouTube community as well as the 49ers community. But make sure you guys go to www.youtube.com/@the-WayneBreezie. That is the new URL, or you can use the handle @the-WayneBreezie. And again, the show will be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts as well. Make sure you check that out. All right. I will put the links of the descriptions in the show after the show. All right. I tell you what, I can do that. I can make it a little bit easier. But if you just go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you type in the WayneBreezie Show, the episode will be right there for you to download. Don't forget to join the Patreon. I am doing the Patreon giveaway. I have the flyer made. Shout out to my guy Steve. It is made. I'm going to be putting it out there on Twitter today. All right. So if you're already a Patreon member, your job is to get as many Patreon members onto the Patreon, unpatreon members onto the Patreon. So whoever's not subscribed to the Patreon, make sure you get them subscribed. Doesn't matter which subscription they get, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever one they choose to get, that's up to them. But your job is to get them there. The more people that get the most, whoever gets the most Patreon member subscribers will win 2 free tickets. All right. 2 free tickets to the Miami Dolphins game, as well as the 49ers Rush Road Trip tailgate, which is where I'll be at with John Chapman. Also, we'll get to take pictures. We'll get to chop it up. We'll get to break bread. You get to have some fun with your boy Breezy. All right. And so that's really cool. And I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Cynthia. Shout out to Miss Cynthia for the donation as well. So Miss Cynthia, you get a round of applause. Whether you're watching or not, you get the round of applause. I hope you guys can hear the sound effects. Everything has reset for me because I've been to get my computer back right. So hopefully those sound effects are working. All right. And last but not least, shout out to our sponsors over at Residency. You go to www.residency.com. Use promo code SFBreezy. That right now they got that exclusive Bay Trucker hat that's going on right now. All right. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Use the promo code SFBreezy and save on your purchase today. Gonna keep the super chats coming in. Woke Nine Recap says, "Woo! I can't do the Ric Flair woo. My voice don't hit them decibels." What? Woo! They are back. Nice to see Breezy. Shout out to my man Mike. Man, I appreciate all your love and all your support, brother. Keep up the great work. Oh, my man Gammon Brown is in the building. Listen, Gammon is the admin over on the Discord, and we have these conversations that get a little spicy. So Gammon, first of all, foghorn for Mike. I got to do it one more time. Foghorn for my man Gammon. He says, please join the Discord. I believe the link is in the description of the show. So if you guys go ahead and click on that, the link is in the description of the show. Make sure you guys go ahead and join that Discord. It is a crazy community, but it's 49ers. It's a bunch of 49ers, it's a bunch of sports fans, movie fans. It's just a bunch of people that like we just come together and we break bread. That's what it is. Gammon, I'm gonna leave this up here for a little while, but I truly appreciate you, Gammon, and your support. Thank you so much, brother. Whew, man. Yeah, but we're back. All right. So let's get to the latest in the 49ers news before we go ahead and dig and dive into this Trent Williams thing, because I'm not, never mind. I'll save that. All right, I'll save it. Let's save it. I wish I could get Eric on here. Let me send Eric Crocker a text message, because I know he did his show this morning. He might still be on the air. Let's see if he'll join us, because I want to get his take on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing my show right now and I didn't get a chance to really tie into his show, but I would love to get his take on that situation. Now, as far as the injury report, there's necessarily no new injury news, so we'll pass that by. But we got to talk about the roster moves, right? The 49ers have signed quarterback Jacob Eason, all right, and also wide receiver Daz Newsome, all right? Now, these guys are on the practice squad, all right? They released Kent Burkert, right? They released Kent Benkert, off the practice squad. And then they signed wide receiver Tajay Sharp to the practice squad IR. Remember that term, practice squad IR? Remember when what's my man? Jawan Jennings was on that. Remember? You guys remember that? Jawan Jennings was on the practice squad IR like his rookie year. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know there was a such thing as a practice squad IR until Jawan Jennings went on that joint. I just got to send a huge shout out to my brother Paul, man. Love you, bro. Can't wait to see you. Be on the show Friday. Paul Hope, guys, will be on the show Fridays. My guy from Let's Talk Sports, man. He's going to be on here on Friday. All right, so make sure you guys are tuned in. We got the call-in show, some spicy topics, and you guys are going to give all your takes on the Arizona Cardinals versus the San Francisco 49ers game. All right, so that's going to be really cool. All right, so shout out to Paul. John Chapman will be here tomorrow where we preview the game, just to give you a quick insight on what's going to be going down. Chrissy, super chat contribution in. All right. Hey, Breezy. Chrissy1687 says, hey, Breezy and Niner fans. She's saying hello to everybody, not just me, but Chrissy, I truly appreciate the contributions. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate it. All right. So, yeah. So these are some of the roster moves. The swapping of the quarterbacks. Kent Burkert is gone. Jacob Eason is in. I don't really know what to say about it. We probably never gonna see him, but yeah, that's what it is. Now I am interested in Daz Newsome, who was he was drafted to. Did he get drafted to the Bears? I think he got drafted to the Bears. I know he played for the Bears. All right. Now I remember he was a wide receiver from UNC. So he's going to be headed to the practice squad, which is kind of interesting because I feel like the 49ers got some wide receivers on that practice squad. So God forbid, if anything happens, they are kind of retooled in the practice squad department for the wide receivers. All right. They're kind of retooled in the practice squad for the wide receivers. So that's just the latest in 49ers roster moves. Again, there's nothing really new in the injury report. Danny Gray is day to day. All right. So if you guys don't know what happened to Danny Gray, he tweaked his ankle during pregame warmup against the Los Angeles Chargers. So he's still listed day to day. The 49ers have closed practices, so no one's really able to get in. No fans. I'm sure some of the beat writers are probably able to get in there, but they're really disclosed on sharing certain types of information. All right. And so that it is what it is. All right. It is what it is. You just got to kind of like live with it. And we're just going to hope to get some stuff. Now, they will be in Mexico, and I believe when they get to Mexico, things will get a little bit more open. But as right now, they're like privately closed practices in Colorado Springs. All right. And again, ladies and 49ers news, this is by Nick Wagner. 49ers are technically the road team, all right, Monday night against Arizona and Mexico City. But here's what Vivid Seats has said. The forecast says it's projecting that the 49ers fans, the 49er fans will occupy 82% of the crowd. When I tell you that the 49er fans travel, they travel. That's crazy. All right. So it's crazy in a good way, right? It's crazy in a good way. So the 49er faithful will be in Mexico cheering on their team. And it's going to be cool because I'm going to be there. I'll be with John. We're going to be doing the 49ers Rush road trip where we're going to be hosting a couple of events. There's going to be a party on Sunday early, like 12 to 4. And then on Monday, it's the all day long party tailgate. I mean, all the way up until we head over to the stadium. All right. And that's what it is. Right now, VZ, good question. Who will be favored? Well, the 49ers are currently favored by 8 points in a road game. The 49ers are favored by 8 points. Isn't that crazy? Damn. So yeah, they're favored by 8 points in a road game. All right. That's the spread. 8 points plus 8 Niners. So we'll see what happens, you know. I wonder if that determines like who's going to be available for the Cardinals. I'm paying close attention to see who's going to be available for the Cardinals. I know one person that's going to be available for the Cardinals. That's going to be D-Hop, right? He's going to be all the way available. And it's going to be really cool watching how the 49ers choose to match up with D-Hop because D-Hop will line up on either side. And I think, but we've started to see Mooney go from side to side. He's not typically just on one side of the field. So it's going to be really interesting. I personally think D-Hop should shadow, Mooney should shadow D-Hop personally. That's just me personally. Just take that one headache away and let the best player win in that matchup. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I see it. Let the best player win in that matchup. And then after that, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? That's how it goes down. All right, let's talk about Trent Williams. Let's get right into it. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty because right now Trent Williams is trending. And I don't know if he's trending in a good way or a negative way. I'm kind of conflicted with it because it's like he's playing well, but apparently he's been tipping, plays. And we first kind of heard about this in the Chicago Bears game. All right. That's when it first got brought to our attention. All right. That's the first time we heard about it. Chicago Bears. One of the defenders was like, yo, man, he's telling you if it's going to be a run or if it's going to be a pass play. And so then you got your 49er, your content creators digging deep and doing more research in it. And shout out to everybody. But Jay Nay, man, that's my guy. So Jesse put out a video on YouTube. And it's doing really well. So if you're not subscribed to his page, make sure you please go ahead and subscribe to it. And it's about him, and he's breaking down the film of him and his plays and him tipping plays and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of interesting because I'm trying to figure out, like, I guess my question is, does it really matter? And there's some experts that spoke about it. We got some clips. Actually, you know what? Brad put this clip out. So let me go ahead and get this clip up so we can go ahead and watch it. And you're gonna see it's basically in his stance, but it's like I don't get it. I don't care if his leg is standing back or whatnot. Like I don't think that should matter. You know, I mean, clearly this is gonna be a pass play, but look. Kyle Van Noy, I think that's Van Noy. He can't even get to him. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna pull up some of your comments because you guys are more experts than I am. But I'm just looking at this, and I like Trent Williams is like one of the top offensive linemen in the league. Now, I do want to know if he's been doing this. I don't know if this is something new. Now that I haven't figured out. I got to hit up Jesse and see if he can go back and watch some of his film. Maybe from the Washington Commanders, which they were the Redskins, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know if he feels, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he can go back and check, maybe this is part of who Trent Williams is. I don't know. Or did Trent start doing this after the injury? All right. Now, a lot of you guys are saying that it doesn't matter, and that's why I'm conflicted because it just feels like it matters. Look, you really don't believe that this is a disadvantage for us? I don't believe it. Like, prove to me like how this is a disadvantage, bro. Like, I can't figure. Like, I get it. if this was anybody else, right, we would probably be screaming and getting upset and whatever. Like, let's say this was Mike McGlinchey. You know what I'm saying? All right. Perk Dog says it doesn't matter. All right. Niner Cali Boy says it kills the play action. And we don't even really run play action. And it's not Trent Williams' fault that it kills the play action. We haven't really ran it much this year is what I'm trying to say. It's not that it's his fault that it kills the play action. Like, Jimmy looks at the defense and he like immediately like checks out of it. Like, there's not much play action. It's the way the defense is set up. But this, I tell you what, there's a lot that has to go into, you know, in my opinion, there's a lot that the defense has to get right in order for this to be a huge disadvantage. Is it a disadvantage? Yes. Is it a disadvantage that's going to hurt the 49ers? I don't know. And here's the thing. If this is such a disadvantage, right? If this is such a bad thing that he's doing, right? Why hasn't anybody done anything about it? Where's Chris? Where's Forster? Where's Kyle Shanahan? Like, what are they saying? And I know they're not going to say anything public, but clearly he's continuing to do this. You get what I'm saying? Not a Game Podcast says, I'm sorry, this is not good. It allows defenses to get the upper hand by knowing what you do. I mean, yeah, like, but it ain't working. So when has the defense really got the upper hand? I don't see it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, when have the defenses got the upper hand on Trent? Trent got beat maybe particularly on one play where Frank Clark runs around him in the end zone and gives up the safety? I think that's what that play was. Can't remember off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? And so like that, and in my opinion, that's kind of like what it is. So is he tipping plays? Yes, I'm not saying that he isn't. You know, Niner Gang says, if I'm tipping plays by that as a D coordinator, this is a dream. I know the system they run, what to do to make like, yeah, like but you still got to have the ability, right? You got to have the ability to make the play, right? You still, look, I'm not saying that it's not a disadvantage. That's not what I'm saying. So Jesse pointing this out, he's right. This is a disadvantage. My thing is, does it really matter? See, I'm asking the question. And so, you know, you guys said, yeah, it matters for play action. Okay, cool. It matters for play action. All right. And I get it. I get the, all right. So Walter says it allows the linebackers and others to know to hold tight and watch for the pass. Understand. Totally understand. So you're saying that in pass coverage, not pass rush, it's more of the disadvantage, right? Because now the linebackers know not to rush to try to get into the quarterback, whereas they might bite on the play action. Is that what you guys are saying, right? Because you said it hurts the play action. I got you 100,840%. I do. I just don't see how it's affecting the 49ers much. I just don't. And if he's running, like how many, like, does he do it on every play? I don't know. Look, Samuel Acho, right? He came out and spoke about this, and he
Pro Bowl
responded.
left tackle is tipping plays based on his stance. Let me tell you why it doesn't matter. As a defender, even if I wanted to pick up on Trent Williams' cue, here's what goes on before every snap. Mike linebacker, you get the call in from the sideline. You relay the call to the rest of the players on the football field that play defense. After you get the call in, you relay the call. Then you have to check, hey, what down is it and what distance is it? That'll tell you what the offense is kind of likely to run. After you get the call, you relay the call, you check the down and distance. Now you have to check, hey, what personnel group is on the field for the offense? 3 wide receivers, 2 wide receivers, 4 wide receivers. Okay, after you get the call, you relay the call, you check the down and distance, you check what personnel group is on the field for the offense. Now you have to figure out, based upon the offensive formation, hey, what coverage are you in? If it's a 2-by-2 formation, 2 wide receivers on each side, you might be in cover 4. If it's a 3-by-1 formation, 3 wide receivers on one side, you might be in cover 3. Okay, after you've gotten the call, you relay the call, you've checked the down and distance, you check what personnel grouping they're in, and you check what the formation is. Now, depending on how much time is on the play clock, you can now start to see what offensive cues do you have. Does the quarterback have his mouthpiece in? Does he not have his mouthpiece in? Is there a lot of weight on the guard's hand, or is the guard sitting light on his hand because he might be pulling to run a power play? If I check and see Trent Williams is in a stance that might tell me what kind of play it is, great, that might give me a cue. But even after I know this cue, I got to relay what I've learned to everybody else. Furthermore, I better be right, because if I am wrong about what I think I see from Trent Williams, what am I going to do? Go to the sideline? Coach, what the hell happened? That's what the coach is going to say. Hey, what the hell happened? My bad, coach. I thought I seen Trent Williams' back was at a 65-degree angle instead of a 60-degree angle, so I thought it was going to be a run instead of a pass. And in the event, you got the call. You relay the call. You check the down and distance. You check the formation. You identify whether they're moving in motion or not, because you got to figure out if they're in 2-by-2 or 3-by-1. You identify that Trent Williams' back angle's at 65 degrees and not 70. You still have to beat a 6'5", 330-pound man.
It's just a lot. It's a lot. So maybe in the pass rush, it's not. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. Maybe rushing, getting by Trent, it's not an issue, right? Now you're saying out there that they can blitz, they can do this, they can do that, and we see it. But how often are these blitzes that effective? I mean, it's not like it's blitz. All right, so I get what you're saying. I do. It's not that it's affecting Trent Williams, it's affecting the rest of the team. Right? That's what you guys are saying. Mark says, I hardly ever. Me too, bro. I already listen, man, that was a dope video I put out about him. That junk got deleted off my old page. Anyway, I hardly ever agree with Acho, but this time I 100% agree with him. There's a lot that has to go into this work for this to work, guys. There's a lot. Now, he played the game. Ain't none of y'all in this chat played the game on an NFL level. He might not have been great, but he played the game. He played it. And he's telling you from a linebacker perspective, everything it takes for that to work. Everything. And I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying he just gave us a 2-minute soliloquy on what it's going to take for that to even possibly work. Because there's a slight possibility that it can work. Slight. It's so slim to none, it's not even funny. But I think what I'm getting from my man Dion is, and some of you out there, is it's tipping for the rest of the team. And the rest of the team might not be on, they're just not on the same level as Trent Williams. And so maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? And so JC says, look, when the opponent has this info, that's what matters. Well, I mean, the info's out there. It's been out there since week 1. And I haven't really seen a defensive line dominate the 49ers offensive line. I haven't seen it. Maybe one game. Trying to think which game it was. Maybe Denver, week 4. Was Trent Williams out there week 4? Can't blame him for tipping in week 4 because he wasn't out there. I don't think he was playing in that game. Maybe he did play again. I don't remember Trent Williams be out there in against the Denver team. And that wasn't even week 4. That was week 3, right? Because week 4 we played the Rams. We got dominated by the Chiefs. Got dominated. First game back. Yeah, got dominated by the Chiefs. I would say they got dominated. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with it. Again, that was his first game back too. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I gotta go back and watch it. I thought maybe you're right. The Denver was his first game back. He was playing in Denver, but oh no, that's right. He got injured in the Denver game. I remember it. So the Chiefs was his first game back, right? That was his first game back. Thank you. I think so. I think that was his first game back coming off of the injury with the Chiefs. Look, guys, look, it's not like he's giving up the play. And I think that's where Acho is coming from. So you're saying that he's tipping off the fact that it's going to be a pass or a run, right? Well, the defense still doesn't know how we're going to run or pass the ball. And I think for me, that's kind of where it comes down to. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of where I am with this whole situation. I don't think it really matters because Kyle Shanahan, there's a lot that goes into the play. And it ain't just based off of Trent Williams' stance. And again, I don't think that the team, meaning the coach, they care. I don't think they care. I don't think they care. Honestly, because they haven't corrected him. Right? Show me where the team has corrected him, because you said he did it in week 1, and then I can't remember if he did it against the Chiefs. I didn't pay attention to it. But I do see how he's lined up right now against these if you look at these pictures, you can see how he's lined up. Okay, Steve, ain't you supposed to be on the show? So if you look at these pictures, you can see how he's lined up. All right. I mean, shout out to Jesse, man. It's my guy, putting out great content. I know some people might be upset because they felt like he just leaked some top secret information. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, yo. I was told I need to block Randall. Why do I need to block Randall? Did he do anything offensive? I don't know. Lake City says, yes, Breezy. And if you want to hear some even more confusion stuff about the trenches, Croc had pro offensive lineman on the show, and it's so, oh my gosh, what did he say? And there's no way to know. That's all I'm saying. That's the only reason why I'm saying it doesn't matter. Kyle Shanahan's offense is so complicated. Like, just a play call from the quarterback. Listen, it's so complicated. There's so many words that mean nothing, like Lupin and his play call. Like, it ain't just spider 2 wide banana. It's not that. No. It ain't halfback toss to the right. It's words like from the history book words that mean something totally different. So I just don't think that the defense is. So now, don't get it twisted. Some defenders are better than others. Some defenders get the best of Trent Williams, but most don't. Most don't. So DeMarcus has a question. I don't have all my sound effects hooked up. I'm sorry, DeMarcus. DeMarcus has a question. So is Banks tipping plays also because, oh, you're looking on that picture that I had? Wait. Let's go back. So what does Banks' foot mean? Let's have this conversation. You know? I'm sorry, colleague. Apparently it is top-ish stuff. I don't know, man. Look, I'm just having fun. I just want to know why we're making such a big ruckus over this. I just want Trent Williams to go out there and just continue to be great. This is what DeMarcus is talking about, though. If you look at Aaron Banks' foot, look at where it is. It's behind the right foot. Is he tipping the play? I don't know, man. I don't get it. And when it comes down to Trent Williams, look, he's the best offensive lineman the 49ers have had by far. Like, I hate to say it, but he's better than Joe Staley, and Joe Staley was the best until Trent came. And so, and I'm not just saying that because they're left tackles. These dudes are like the best of the best. But Trent Williams is the best offensive lineman that the 49ers have had in a long time. And you got to go back to the back of the day. Like, you got to go back in the day. And the reason why I'm saying that is because his athleticism, his cognitive ability, his strength. Like, you don't get this combination. And I'm sorry, we still looking at the picture. You don't get that combination in an offensive lineman often. Trent Williams, and that does not mean he can't do anything wrong, because when Trent Williams gets beat on a play, we let people know. Like, we make sure we put it out there because we always keep it nitty gritty. So there's times Trent Williams get beat, and Dion, I love you, bro. So in that Kansas City Chiefs game, man, that game was weird, right? Because the pressures didn't kick up until, like, I don't know. The game was well played into the fourth quarter. I don't even want to say well played. I thought the game was played pretty evenly on both sides. Like, we couldn't stop a nosebleed. We kept coming. We kept hitting them back. Like, it was like a punch. It was a fight. It was literally a fight. And then they hit us with like a haymaker. And then that was it. That was it. And then when your back is against the wall, man, damn, it's not much you could really do. So, like, yeah, the offensive line was bad. A lot of dumb penalties again from the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Raj, what up, baby? What up, man? I know it's early over there on that side of the country, bro, but I appreciate you for joining the stream, man. It's crazy. Raj, what do you think? You got a second to come on, Raj? I want to know what you think about this whole situation and him tipping the plays. And I just want to know if it really matters. You know what I'm saying? Ross, check your Twitter. I'm gonna put the link in there on your Twitter, all right? Because it's from the computer and I'm on the computer. So Ross, check your Twitter. And if you can jump on. Cool. If not, it's all Gucci. You got like 4 Twitters, bro. So I gotta make sure I send it to the right one. I hope you got access to all of them. All right. So I understand where many of you may be coming from, right, with this particular situation. I respect it 100%. Dion, I love you, bro. I don't give a fuck if we fight and argue every day. I ain't gonna stop loving you, and I get it. And I brought that up because, D, like, you made a really good point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you made a huge, great point about the whole situation. And I thought that was something interesting because, like, and then who was it in the chat? They talked about the play action, right? That's I get it. That makes perfect sense. Jesse even spoke about that as well. Like, he talked about, yeah, but what about play action on like 1st and 10? I mean, I'm not running play action on 1st and 10. Like, I'm trying to run the ball, or I'm getting the ball out of my hand quick. I'm not even trying to run play action. And if you want play action to help more, just run the goddamn ball. You run the ball, them linebackers gonna bite if you running it successfully. That's what helps play action. You could tip play action all you want. It don't make no difference if you ain't running the ball successfully. That's the key to play action passing. Run the ball successfully, okay? And then from there, you can them linebackers gonna be biting all day. You keep gashing them for 8 or 9 yards. That you can tip all day long. If you running the ball for 8 or 9 yards, that will give you the advantage in play action pass. I wouldn't even probably try to run play action until I know I could sustain some type of running game. Usually doesn't work because you need your linebackers to bite on the run. If not, they standing in the middle. But you're saying that he's tipping the play if it's going to be a pass or a run, and I get you. I got it. I understand. Don't think it matters though. That's my whole spiel on it. I definitely want to see if I can get Raj on here. Hopefully he got the link. And if not, let me send it to the other one because he's got 45 Twitter accounts, and I get it. I ain't mad at him because I got like 14. So I got you, bro. So let me try to send it to the other one. Whatnot. Let's see if I could get. But look, guys, get ready, man. Get your phones out. We're gonna be doing a Kahoot challenge. I did have another contribution. I told you I was gonna do this, but let me get Raj on real quick. What's going on, Playboy?
What's up, my man? Just headed on my way to work real quick. But what's up, man? So it's kind of the big story of the moment is Trent Williams, the tipping plays. I was gonna talk about it later today. Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
Let's do it, bro. Is he tipping plays? Yes. I think that's the consensus, right? Like, he's kind of telling if it's a run or if it's a pass. My question though is, does it freaking matter, bro?
So I think there's two ways to look at it. I think it does matter in a sense. For Trent Williams, it doesn't. Like, that's the argument. People are saying, well, he's still beating defenders. He's still tearing it up. He's still 71. He's still the best in the biz. Like, he's just good. He's just trying to get an advantage when he, lines up. Like, maybe he wants to drop his back foot, right? A little bit. That gives him that mechanical advantage. That's what makes Trent Williams good. Like, that's part of his technique, right? That's just part of his game. And I saw a lot of people tweeting, like Jeff Schwartz, a lot of like former linemen were saying it doesn't matter, and these people have played the games relentlessly over the years, and they're respectable people, and they say it doesn't matter because you still got to stop him. Yes, it doesn't matter for Trent Williams. You got to stop him point blank, period. The guy's a monster. It doesn't matter if he's tipping the plays, but it matters for the teammates. If they can kind of pick up on those tendencies and they can relay the message, but they have to have enough time. They have to be able to relay the message, get the play in, tell the people, okay, it's probably going to be a run play. Okay. You still got to stop the fucking play, though. Like, bottom line, you may know the play. You still got to go out and execute as a defender and stop the play. But it does have an impact on the teammates, right, out there. Like Mike McGlinchey, okay, if we know it's a pass play, you're probably not going to stop Trent Williams. Why don't we load up the right side? So, to an extent, I think people that are worried have a worry that's relevant because, yeah, you're going to tip it for the defense, and that's going to lessen the impact of maybe your teammates because not everybody on that line is number 71 Trent Williams. So that's kind of my way I look at it.
Okay.
I don't know. What say you?
Yeah, and that's what I was trying. I'm just going to read Jeff Schwartz's thing. This Trent Williams stance story is so perfect for Twitter. A bunch of former 49er and former NFL players explaining why it's no big deal. Bunch of numbers Twitter users telling them that it is a big deal, that's incorrect, and all that type of good stuff. It's so funny, man, because like the former players saying that it doesn't matter. You heard Acho speak. Yo, if it was to work, it would take 95 things, and there's not that much time for the defender to relay the message to the linebackers to do this and to do that type of stuff. And so that's why I'm conflicted, because it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of time for it to actually work. And you're right, for Trent, it's fine.
Yeah.
That was my question, and I think that's where Dion was getting. It's tipping. So now the rest of the team. But I'm looking at that still photo from Jesse that he got, and I saw Aaron Banks left foot, back too. So like they both tipping on fofos over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make sure they set the edge quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Because you got some guy. Maybe Mike McGlinchey should try to tip too.
Yeah.
Maybe that will help him out. It's better than that tip.
Maybe he should tip it all up, baby. Give me that tip.
Maybe it's better,
Give me that
Raj.
tip. Mike, tip it up.
Tip it up, bro. And maybe because we watched that Los Angeles Chargers. Hey, if they're not getting false starts, then I don't give a fuck about it. Now, if they continue to jump like false start, like that guy from the Chargers, which they never called. He comes into the game, he false started on just about every single play, and they didn't call it one time. That was getting advantage. He was tipping on 94s, bro. He was jumping so quick to get his advantage.
He was 4-4 tipping. You're right, man. Like that was an advantage. But like, and I get the whole argument with Trent. It is, again, it could have an impact on the teammates, and I do see it because it is something like maybe he should clean up. But the time it takes to be like, go out there, rally, like relay the play, like it takes a lot, and like you have to be well synced. You have to have studied this offense like so much on the film room, and just know every little. The angle has to be like Acho said, like 70 degrees, 65 degrees. Like you have to know like your physics so much. And in that small amount of time, I don't think you have that much time to make that huge of a play. But maybe if you have let's say Super Bowl comes, you have 2 weeks to prep. Your film study can be pretty intense. By that point, it can have a huge impact by tipping the play. So maybe not in the short term, but in the long run, it can impact a game. So, and that's with baseball, right? Stealing signs is a very similar concept. In the long run, you play a team so many times, right? And you play them in a playoff series, or is that like 7 games? You'll know their signs. Eventually that's going to pay off. And that's why it's not, kosher to steal those signs. It's the same thing. But again, with Trent Williams, like he said, Dave Lombardi tweeted yesterday, I believe, that he spoke with Williams. He says he's been doing this his whole career. Guess what? I'm a 9-time Pro Bowler. So the whole theory that, the fans that support it, like you were saying, all right, is at the end of the day, you still got to beat Trent, right? You still have to come with it and beat Trent. That's what's made him Trent Williams. He puts himself in a mechanical advantage. Like, he puts that back foot back, and he's got a second ahead of any defensive lineman. Like, that's his stance, and it is what it is. Like, that's how good Trent Williams is, man. He's a bad mofo. He's telling you, yo, this is the play. This is the play. Come stop
Come
me.
beat
You still
me.
can't stop him.
Right. That's my point, bro. That's my whole point. Like, he's aiding and abetting you. Yeah, man. Listen, listen. He's like, hey, yo, come here. Come here. Hey, come here. This is a pass play, but I bet you can't get past me.
Yeah, beat me, bitch. If you beat me, kudos to you. But I mean, it does. And then there are people that are saying it's not true. Jesse's making it up. Yo, shout out to Jesse. He really
Shout
came
out to
through.
Jesse, man.
This was a great tell. This was a great find. It is something everybody's talking about. It's great content, and I think it is something because even the Bears came out and said it after week 1. They, like, the defensive end, they got the sack on him. He's a rookie. Nobody knew him. And he says, yo, I know what he was doing because I studied his film, and that's what helped me get a sack. And that was a critical sack that kind of changed the momentum of the game. And Grant Cohn called it out a couple weeks later. I remember I was watching one of his lives, and he said the same thing, like, yo, Trent Williams got to stop, tip, and play. So both of those two guys, have found something in the film room. And, just because the players say it doesn't matter doesn't mean it doesn't. Like, I feel like it does have an impact on the game. But again, I think it's more of a long-term kind of issue than a short-term because of the timing like we talked about. But at the end of the day, to stop Trent, you still got to try to stop that. You can only hope to contain him.
Yeah, man. That's Donkey Kong out there, bro. Like the full-fledged grown Donkey Kong too. He's just different. Like, and I think the main reason why he even probably does it is because of the way the game has changed as far as the edge rushers. They're not big. They're quick. They're fast. They're quicker and faster and with the same strength. And so I think he does what he needs to do. Those are his techniques and they work. But the question is really, and where Jesse was prosing is and how you kind of like made it a little bit more clear. Like, damn, like it's cool now, but like what happens during Super Bowl when they get 2 weeks to prep? So maybe he goes back to a different stance in the Super Bowl. So maybe he's giving you this now. And then in the Super Bowl, he hit you with something totally different.
He hit you with something different, like a little jab step. Real quick, I know you got to – I'm going to bounce out. I'm about to get some gas and then head into the clinic. But my last thing is maybe Trent, reading all this week, he drops a little dab step or something, like a little – he should, like, do something funny before the play comes out.
That would be fire, bro. That would be so fire.
But they were like, maybe before each play, like Trent Williams will do like a dab, and then the next play he'll do some like dance move and stuff. Like, you keep defenders on edge.
That would be funny, so man. Dope, yo. If that would mean he's listening to us, and I love it, yo.
Yeah,
I love it. Listen, man, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to our SF49ers right here on YouTube. Hit Raj up with that subscription button. You feel me? Raj, thanks you for jumping on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the rest of this show. I appreciate you,
yes,
man.
Sir, man.
Chop it up with you later, bro.
Man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you, and do your thing. Everybody else, appreciate you guys in the comments, the chat room. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Appreciate you, fam. All right, we're going to be bringing on our special guest really quickly, but before we do that, I got to get to these contributions. You guys are giving out contributions today, and I just want to make sure I don't miss any. It's the mid portion of the show, and I said I was going to do that. All right, so shout out to my man Gammon Brown. Once again, he gets the foghorn. He says, chat, every $100 Breezy takes a shot. Would you look at that? So every $100 that we get, I'll take a shot early. I'll do it. I got the gold bar. I'm only shaking shots of this gold bar. No, I can't do whiskey right now. Whatever y'all tell me, I would do it for that right here on the air because I ain't going nowhere, so I can drink responsibly. But shout out to my man Gammon Brown for that contribution. Jacqueline Knox, hey, Breezy and 49er family, hope to see you guys if you're coming to Mexico. I will see you out there. All right, make sure we get some photos together. Make sure we chill. And let's go get this dub. Let's go get this victory. All right, let's get this victory, most importantly, but it will be really cool to finally meet you. And I appreciate the contribution. Foghorn for you. My man John V in the place to be. Yo, I heard the banks. We reopened, my guy. Congratulations. I like the tip, please. I love you, bro. Keep killing it out there. John V from the Locker Room Rant, man. I appreciate you, brother. We're on the road to victory, baby. We back, baby. And then my man Clarence Molina says, Kyle may use this info. I'm sorry. My bad. I lost my headset. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I'm back. Can you hear me? Listen, Clarence, I just finished saying this to Raj, bro. Kyle may use this info and confuse the D even more by flipping the script and tell Trent, hey, they think you doing this, it's pass, it's run. Let them think that. What if this is all a crazy tactic, yo? Clarence, you get the foghorn again. And you get the dab. Let's go. I guarantee you they be doing Kyle doing some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. I promise you. And then my man Taradome, he says the opposing noticer, either coach on sideline, I'm trying to read it like him, or player across will yell rabbit, which means run. Remember I said that there are words that mean other words in that play call. Thank you, bro. Or bird, which means pass, because the ball goes in the air. That's a tough one too, man. I need a word that starts with a P that means pass. Don't be saying no damn bird. I need a P word like P-U, never mind. Pass. Then the entire defense, to include the secondary, other D-line, defensive linemen and linebackers will be prompted. So he's saying it does matter. It does matter, right? Now, they got to be able to diagnose that, because what if they yell that? And that's what, so Terradome, thank you. Did I give you the foghorn? Thank you for the contribution. But here's the thing, Terradome, they got to be right. And what if they just happen to be wrong and they play pass? You get what I'm saying? Like, what if this is just all a setup? All right. Now, I got to bring in my man, Steve, who knows the NFL. He played football all his life. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring him in here. Steve, let's go, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Steve knows NFL. Let's go.
How's it going, y'all?
I'm good, man. I'm good. 49ers are winning again. That's always a great thing. I appreciate you for chopping it up with me on Instagram, and we going back and forth with some things. And I would like to get your takes on this. You're a football guy, so and a 49er fan, so that's really cool.
Yes.
So let me get your takes on this whole Trent Williams situation, and then we gotta get the video game going. We got to get the game going.
For sure, yeah. So I actually played linebacker myself. So what I'm saying is, like, for a tip, like, okay, if left foot's back, it's a pass, or if it's up, it's a run. Like, you got to watch film every game or the entire game and make sure you're 100% right. Because like you said, what if you say, okay, pony, it's a pass, but then it's a run and you're wrong and they house it, you are in big trouble, right? So you got to watch every play, and it has to be the same on every play. It has to be consistent, right? I was also saying, if we're noticing it and Twitter's noticing it, there's a good chance the Niners are noticing it too. So I'm sure that they're going to talk about it. And yeah, like, as well, I'm not saying it's not hurting Trent. Trent's holding his own, but I agree with, like, Raj. It's more of a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not getting him beat, but it may be hurting guys like McGlinchey or, maybe Jawan Jennings on the third downs. If they know it's passed, they're going to keep an eye on him. Sort of stuff like that. So it's not affecting him, but I agree with you. It's affecting the team is the way I see it.
That sucks. So that means the team not good enough. I'm just playing. That means the team just doesn't acquire the same skill set as Trent. So if they were all Trent Williams, I would say that Aaron Banks isn't Trent Williams, but clearly he's good. Right. And you can see, if you look at that photo, he's doing the same thing. He's mirroring. Let me show you the photo just in case you didn't see it. It's not as deep. That left foot is not as deep back. But
yeah. No, I also like that video you showed too, like with the NFL linebacker there. Like, he played the game, like you said. He knows there's a lot of shit going on during the middle of a game, heat of the moment, right? Like, you can't always just bank on stuff like that to tell,
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, all right, so you play linebacker. So who makes that call? So according to Acho, He says that the defensive lineman has to relay it to the linebacker. Then the linebacker has to change up the play call because they call the play, right?
Yeah. So, like, from my experience, usually the linebacker calls the play. Like, usually the Mike linebacker would call the play. But if your D end is telling you, like, hey, he's lined up this way, it's a run, then he would echo that call to the DBs as well. So everybody on the field knows what you're changing it to, right?
So who's echoing it? Is it the linebacker or the D lineman?
Typically, the Mike linebacker will like echo
Mike.
it, but yeah, so it depends. Some defenses are different, but like typically it's your Mike linebacker is the guy.
So if McGlinchey was better, would this really wouldn't matter? The fact that McGlinchey isn't good, in my opinion, as the rest of the offensive linemen, and then
Right.
I don't know how it affects maybe Ben Garland or Spencer Burford or whatever, but clearly the left side is the strong side. Like they have it, they got it together. Because those guys aren't as good, that's why you see this possibly being detrimental in the long run, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that because, you know, if a D lineman knows it's a pass, I'm still not worried about Trent Williams getting beat. But if Khalil Mack knows it's a pass, then I'm definitely worried about McGlinchey getting beat, if is the way I see it, you know?
I got you, bro. I got you. So I'm an easy person to talk to. I just need to hear it from a different perspective because I'm looking at this joint and I'm not solely looking at it from a Trent Williams perspective, but our offensive line isn't bad, right? Do they get beat on some plays? Possibly. I feel like they get less beat and get penalized more. Let's talk about that because I feel like they have more penalties than they actually give up sacks.
Yeah, I agree. And that Chargers game, man, the amount of times I saw McGlinchey with his arms around Khalil Mack, oh, it made me sick. Like, we could have had 5-10 holding calls that game. Like, yeah, McGlinchey and Brendel definitely have some scary ones, but Trent, Aaron, and Burford have looked amazing this season, for sure.
Okay, I made a boo-boo, and I said Garland, and I meant Jake Brendel, and my apologies out there.
I know what you meant, yeah.
I miss Ben Garland, though, because it felt like when he was here, he was better. He was just a better center, but unfortunately he got hurt and then whatever. So my bad, and thank y'all for the correctiveness. You guys are my Grammarly out there, right? So if I make a mistake, you guys tell it to me. Y'all just keep it a buck. All right, man. I got to get your take on this upcoming game. That's why you're here. I want to know, like, you know, how you feeling about playing these Cardinals. And like what would be give me a couple of key factors, you know, other than the 49ers gotta, you know, not beat themselves and something. Give me something different. Give me the Steve O knows NFL key factors.
All right. So actually, I was at the game last year where we lost to Colt McCoy. That was my first Niner game I've ever been to in my life. Right. So that was interesting to say the least. But the way I see it, if we play Kyler Murray, I want to shut this stuff down saying that we struggle against mobile quarterbacks. Like I know we have in the past, but I want to see us come out there and take that away and limit the big scramble plays because this defense really gets demoralized, in my opinion, after giving up a 25-yard run. You can just see the air coming out of them. So I say if we play Kyler, we got to limit those. And if we play Colt McCoy, we just got to play our base defense, get home, and let him make mistakes. That game last year, we gave up 3 screens to James Conner for touchdowns. So I do not want to see that again. I want to see us lock up, play base defense, and let Colt McCoy make mistakes. He's a backup for a reason. That's the way I see it.
I like it. And I like the fact that you gave us 2 scenarios, right? You gave us the Kyler Murray scenario. Who do you think is going to be the biggest factor in stopping Kyler Murray? And do you see Eric Armstead suiting up for this game?
Unfortunately, I don't think Armstead is going to suit up. I'd love that. But biggest factor to stop Kyler Murray, that's a great question. I'm going to go Drake Jackson, and here's why. Nick Bosa, right? They know Nick Bosa, how good he is. They're going to double team him, trip him maybe, try to take him away. It's on that other side. If Drake Jackson can hold that other side and contain, Kyler's not doing nothing to us. That's the way I see it.
I can promise you right now that one of Drake Jackson's specialties is containing the quarterback. And I guarantee you that is the main reason why they drafted Drake Jackson, is his ability to contain on the outside. I know we want to see him be that elephant guy in the NASCAR package and all that good stuff and get sacks or whatever. But we at the NFC West was built and predicated off of mobile quarterbacks. And Kyler Murray has been a fits or a thorn in Kyle Shanahan's side. Guys, we about to play Kahoot, and I'm going to give y'all an answer. Kyle Shanahan is blank and blank against the Arizona Cardinals. Don't say that on the air. That is one of the questions on the Kahoot challenge. But no, seriously, Drake Jackson, in my opinion, is going to be that key factor. You may see him play more because they're probably going to, if Armstead doesn't play, you're going to see a lot of more Charles Omenihu, who had his best game of his career, in my opinion, last week, more on the inside. And so this might be a really cool, listen to this defensive line, right? Nick Bosa, okay. I would start Hassan Ridgeway, period. Put Charles Omenihu in there and line him up on the same side and start Drake Jackson, bro. Now, I know Samson Ebukam will probably be back for this game, but man, if they could get Drake Jackson out there, because you don't want, like you said, you don't want Kyler Murray to get going. As far as Colt McCoy, Colt McCoy is not the mobile quarterback. He's just the scrambling quarterback. So if you break down the assignments as a linebacker and you mess up, he's going to take off in the middle once that pocket concaves on him, right? So as a linebacker perspective, how are you defending Colt McCoy, who's probably going to try to take off up the middle? Same thing with Kyler Murray. Never mind getting to the outside.
I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm playing Colt McCoy, I actually want him to run. Like what Jimmy Ward said, let him run. I wouldn't be too worried about getting beat by Colt McCoy's legs. So, like, if I'm a DC or I'm a linebacker, right, I'm sitting in zone. I'm trying to get pressure with 4. Let him make mistakes. And if he wants to run, let him. Linebackers will rally to the ball, and we'll take his head off if he doesn't want to slide. That's how I would play it. Kyler Murray, I wouldn't run too much man against Kyler Murray, because if he does, God forbid, escape the contain, we're in big trouble unless there's a spy. And in my opinion, I don't think we have one player on this team, or at least a linebacker, that could run with Kyler Murray step for step. So you'd have to bring in a safety to spy him in the box, and that changes our defense. So I would try to avoid that. I would just say, ideally, contain him, and then you just have to tell your linebackers, hey, this guy likes to run. We just got to be aware. Obviously, you got to trust your other teammates to contain. But, I don't know how great we match up in man against the Cardinals, so I think we got to stick to zone against these guys.
All right, so you expect a lot of zone. Now, Mooney isn't particularly the best of the zone corners in the league. He's more of a press man guy. He has
right. I'm not as much worried about Mooney. It's just the other guys, right? I think Mooney can play pretty good defense on Hopkins, but with Rondale Moore, and they got they got a few good players on that team. I don't know if we'll match up the best. They might run some man, but just with Jimmy Ward in the slot and all that, he's not the greatest man coverage guy. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, listen, you're gonna see, in my opinion, you're gonna see 2 defenses. You're going to see the beginning defense where they're going to try some exotic blitzes, some type of different things. The same thing. Right. We've been seeing it for the past few weeks, right? And then you're going to get back to the matchup D, which is what Fred Warner spoke about in his presser. It was yo, we just needed to match up, yo. Once we matched up, it was a wrap. And so, I see a lot of people out there say, yo, you got to just blitz Murray, my man Terradome. Just blitz Murray, make him think, right? You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, if you blitz him and you don't get him, he's going to run. And if your guys are already back there because they blitz, he's going to get those extra yards. I don't want Murray running, period. I don't want him running, period. They are down a couple of receivers. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow. They're down a couple of players on offense. No Zach Ertz, no Malcolm Brown. They did bring in a couple of guys. Who did they bring in? Did they bring in Robbie Anderson? I felt like they brought in Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, they traded for Robbie Anderson a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got some guys out there. But look, I'm with you, man. Everything that you said that you need to do, first thing you want to do, if you had to take out one player on the offensive side, who's that player?
On Arizona's team?
Yes.
For me, not that I'm worried about him, but I got to go Hopkins just because
Thank
He
you.
is like the best receiver to catch the ball like out when the quarterback's outside the pocket. Like he's the best, just like scramble play, throw it to him, he'll make something happen. He's that guy. I know he's like 30, he's getting older. People are saying he's washed. I don't think that's quite fair to say he's washed. He's slowing down, yeah, but is he washed? No. So I'd say probably Hopkins, because if you take Hopkins away, you saw that game last year, the Cards' first playoff game versus the Rams. Kyler couldn't do anything. He was crying, saying he was set up to fail. He wouldn't go out for the last drive. So I think if you take away Hopkins, they have no chance at even competing with us.
We got to find that video of him crying, because we got a couple of Cardinal fans in here.
Yeah.
They clearly have amnesia that their quarterback was crying.
He wouldn't go out on the last play of the drive. Kingsbury said go out and run it, and he said no, and he wouldn't go out. So that's why Colt McCoy was out for like the last minute and change.
Great memory. Great memory. Listen, do you do any content creating on your own? Because you're really good.
No, I actually haven't. I've been wanting to start that for a while, but yeah, I was talking to a buddy who does like video editing, and I was saying if you could do like an intro for me and stuff. So yeah, I was looking to get involved. I like the Niners community a lot. It really feels like a family, and yeah, it's good.
So that's what we are, bro. So listen, once you get your stuff started, okay, you definitely hit me up. All right, and we're gonna get your channel grown. All right, that's what we do over here, right?
For sure, bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate you having me on.
Anytime, bro. Listen, anytime. Thank you for coming in, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this thing, but I want you to participate. So I'm gonna have you leave because I wanted to see if you could win this Kahoot challenge.
All right, for sure. I got you.
All right, bro. Peace out, man. Thanks for
thank you.
on. See, I love having people on here because you get to get into the inside of what they're thinking. They give you a different perspective. The way they say things may just make me just snap out of attack. Well, I'm always attack mode. I don't have my dog growl. I got to get that back. But yeah, but Steve O knows NFL. That was spot on. And listen, he doesn't have his content page up right now, but we're going to help build them because we're a community, and that's what we do. We build families over here. All right, now let's get to this Kahoot challenge because I've been waiting for the longest. All right, the number is 466-6410. 466-6410. I got to get the cheesy Kahoot music back on because I love this cheesy music. It's Tetris-like. All right, it's Tetris-like. It's not Tetris, but it's Tetris-like. My bad. All right, so we're gonna play the Kahoot challenge. I got my man. Oh, yo, Marcus, I don't even be knowing you're in the stream, but the moment we start the Kahoot challenge, you be here, my guy, and I love it. Woke Niner Recaps is in the building, man. All right, man, come on, join that Kahoot challenge. Got 2 people in there. I want to get at least 20 of y'all in here. You feel me? At least 20 of y'all participate in this joint. You know how late I stay up putting these together? This one was tough because I didn't know what to ask about the Arizona. I don't really care too fine about the Arizona Cardinals, but listen, I was up. I was trying to figure it out. No, Marcus, you don't gotta ever apologize. It's just so funny that the moment we do the Kahoot challenge, your name pop up, and I'll be like, damn, this gonna be tough. Because you got the longest winning streak. Now, I believe Coach Cruz won last week. Can't remember who won last week. Somebody won last week. Somebody won that Jerry Rice last week. All right. So we give away football cards for the Kahoot challenge. I'm headed to the post office. This week, I'm going to be giving out a Patrick Willis Topps Prime card. I know you can't see it because it's glistening. Bam. So we're going to do a Patrick Willis Topps Prime card. Did the joint just literally slip out of my hand? Like something's wrong with my hands. All right. We got Rothesis in the building. VZ tipping on fofos. Terradome. Steve O knows NFL is here. Bebop Jones crack. And John V. Jacqueline is in the building. Ben V. Paul Hope is in the building. Dion Fazil. Woke and Marcus. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Can we get 6 more people to participate? All right, 6 more people to participate. That would be super duper uber cool. All right, Perk Dog, man, why don't you go ahead and grab your joint? Brandon is in the building. Daniel Garcia, I see you guys. I got my man Paul, and he's in here. Nigel, where you at, fam? NY4, there we go. Now listen, I remember me doing this for the first time, and I hit y'all with some crazy historical questions, and I was like, wait a minute, some of these were kind of hard. Right. And so now I'm like, let me ease it up just a little bit. Listen, 10 questions, a couple of history questions. All right, don't be mad, but it's all based on the 49ers versus the Cardinals. Backyard Blitz's people got you, fam. Backyard Blitz, I gotta speak to you privately if you don't mind. Can you send me a DM somewhere? Because I gotta share something with you. I don't want to do it on the air. All right. It looks like we got 18. We're almost at 19. Who's X-Man? I love that name. We're almost there. Once I see 20, I'm hitting start. Once I see 20, we hit the start button. We hit the start button. All right. Oh, we done lost the player. Come on, man. I said we're supposed to be going up, not down. My man Mark says, Breezy, do I get the same white glove treatment? I'm gonna start my channel ASAP, bro. If you start in the channel, first of all, let me explain to you what the WayneBreezie Entertainment Network is. It's for content creators, right? And I want to be able to showcase your content on the website. So that's the whole purpose of me starting this whole sports entertainment network, right? So I don't care if you're doing basketball, football, baseball, hockey, golf, lacrosse, whatever it is you do, and you want to be a part of the WayneBreezie network, then you're going to have to shoot me an email, all right? And then we're going to try to get you set up. And we already got my man Mike working on his recaps. We got Marcus with that's his real name, What Most Knows Show, all right? So we got some people that's going to be getting their stuff showcased on the network, all right? So yes, get the same goddamn treatment, bro. All right, I'm starting anyway because I don't know where y'all computers is at. I see 18. I'm not going to prolong this. You guys have been here for a long time, all right? First question. Shoot, Major. Look. True or false? Now, some of these are double points, so get ahead now. The 49ers in charge were the first two NFL teams to play outside the United States. True or false? The first NFL team to play outside the United States. You could have scanned the QR code to get in, but I can read you the number. The game pin is 4666410. All right, 4666410. I'm mad they gave us triple sixes in that. That's kind of crazy. People are saying false. People are saying true. The answer was true. They're the first NFL team to play outside the United States, according to the NFL Network. Now, the NFL Network might have got their facts wrong, but I got this question based off the NFL Network. They were the first team to play outside the United States. So if you put true, you got it correct. If you put false, you got it incorrect. But it was double points, and there we go. We got our top five. Marcus, Brandon, Dion, Paul, and NY 49ers. The Arizona Cardinals swept the 49ers in 2021. I'm sorry, Trey Lance. Trey Lance, please forgive me for finding this picture. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad. Damn, he was almost in there. I'm telling you, I know Simmons hit him. Isaiah Simmons hit him. But if this I think that's Jalen Thompson. If he wasn't in on that play, that was a touchdown. Shoot. Telling you it was a touchdown. Promise you would have been a touchdown. Because look at Simmons folded. The answer was true. They got swept, bro. You heard him talk about it earlier, man. They lost to Colt McCoy, and they lost. Well, Jimmy Garoppolo lost to Colt McCoy, and then, yeah. All right, top five. We got Bebop Jones, and Paul. They crept up into the top five. The 49ers lead the series between the Arizona Cardinals. True or false? 49ers lead the series. The 49ers have more wins than losses. All right, and the answer is true. The 49ers lead the series, all right? So they actually lead this series. They've played numerous amounts of times. I didn't give you any of that stuff before the show because I want y'all to, have to think and getting these questions right, all right? Let's keep it moving. Let's see if the top five stay the same. Ben V has crept up into the top five. The top four is still there. 4 more questions. Which Cardinals team have the 49ers not faced? The Chicago Cardinals, the Phoenix Cardinals, the Boston Cardinals, or the St. Louis Cardinals? Which Cardinals team have the 49ers not faced or never faced? Our Rothesis had to drop. Come back in, bro. Come back in, fam. The answer is the Boston Cardinals. How I know? I made that up. They did actually play in the St. Louis Cardinals, the Chicago Cardinals, and obviously, the Phoenix Cardinals. And today, they're the Arizona Cardinals. So if you guys picked the Boston Cardinals, 8 of you picked that. 8 of you got it correct, man. Congratulations. Let's see what the top 5 is looking like. We got a switch. Hey, we got Ben V. Marcus is now in second. Bebop is in third. Brandon and Paul fourth and fifth. Let's keep this moving, baby. Double points. In what year did the 49ers and Cardinals first meet? 1946, 1951, 1956, or 1961? And what year did the 49ers and Cardinals first meet? What was their first matchup? 46, 51, 56, 61. I see Daniel putting 61 in the chat. All right. And the answer was 1951, and 6 of you got it correct. Congratulations to the 6 of you that got that correct. It was 1951, and it was against the Chicago Cardinals. Go figure. And there's Marcus right back in the first place, cracking and crept back into the top 5. Kyle Shanahan has coached 10 games versus the Cardinals. What is his record? Is it 3-7, 4-6, 5-5, or 2-8? Did you guys notice that all of these are losing records? Oh, Rothesis is ahead of the questions. How you get ahead of the questions, bro? You got that super fast internet where you live, man. I need that internet, man. Text me your internet service provider, because that's the internet I need here. Kyle Shanahan is 3-7 against the Arizona Cardinals. Gerard, you are correct. 3-7. Crazy. Kyle can't beat this mother freaking team, yo. What is going on? That stops here. All right. And Marcus done crept up. Now listen, there's a double points question coming up soon. Who is the starting quarterback on December 26, 2020 against the Arizona Cardinals? Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, Trey Lance. Jacqueline said, these too hard. Let me see how long that delay is. Whoops. And the answer was C, J Beathard. If you got that one right, man, congratulations out there. All right. Oh, Bebop's creeping up, but Marcus got it right too. All right, there's our top 5. We got 2 more questions. I think this is a double points. Here we go. You get this right. Who is the all-time leading receiver against the 49ers? Is it Andre Rison, Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson? All-time leading receiver against the 49ers. I see Gabe saying it's Fitzgerald. I see some Randy Mosses out there. I like it. I like it. And the answer is Larry Fitzgerald, man. Dude, he's played the longest against this team. He's only been with his one team. And all-time leading receiver against the 49ers, Larry Fitzgerald. Let's see where the standings are. Damn, everybody got that right. That's in the top 5. All right, Kyle Shanahan's first win against the Cardinals was on Halloween in 2019. How many points did the 49ers win by? Is it 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, or 4 points? How many points did they win by? Did they win by a point? All right, so it's a 6-second delay because I'm watching it on YouTube. Kyle Shanahan first win, 3 points. 8 of you got it right. All right, so the majority of you that are playing, you guys got that one right. And Ben has crept back up. I think we're going to have Marcus as this week's winners. Double points. How many times did the 49ers and Cardinals meet in the playoffs? 0, 2, 3, 7. Let's go. Get your answers in 0237. Shout out to everybody waiting for the picture to unfold to answer the question. If your browser is super slow, you might want to try to like refresh it. Sometimes that helps if you refresh the browser. All right. And the answer was 0. All right. And 12 of you got it right. So the majority of you got that right. And I'm assuming Marcus got it right. So here are our winners. Brandon Peebler came in 3rd. Ben V came in 2nd. And 1st place goes to my man, Marcus. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Marcus, shoot me a message because I owe you a card. Because I felt like I owe you a card, right? I think you won something last week. Can't remember what it was, but it's sitting right here on my desk. I think it was the Deebo Samuel. I can't remember which one it was. And then Coach Cruz, I think you won the Jerry Rice. I want to send these out today. I didn't get a chance to go out last week, so I'm going to leave after this show. After I upload the podcast, I'm going to head to the post office and get these out in the mail. Brandon, you'll get, Marcus, I think you're going to get 2 cards. But just shoot me a message real quick just to let me know. All right? Thank y'all so much for participating in this week's Kahoot Challenge. Next week, we'll be doing it again. A shorter week, all right? So we're going to have some fun next week as well. And I appreciate you guys. Listen, let's get to the poll question. And then I'm going to end with the contributions for the show. All right. The question was, does Trent Williams tipping plays benefit the opposing team? And we had a numerous amount of votes. All right. Numerous amount of votes. With 129 votes, 51% of you said no, it doesn't benefit the team. Now, the cool thing about today's show is everybody gave their takes on it. Shout out to my brother Dion. Like, I love this take. It was so on point. Shout out to those that were co-signing. Terra Dome had a great take as well. When you listen, everybody had amazing takes. All right. Now, we don't necessarily know which one is right or which one is wrong, or things like that, but it is what it is. All right. So let's see. We got a couple of questions before we end. Let's see. Diego says, yes, it does. They commit to the damn play, so it matters. A lot of people are saying it does, and all that different type of stuff. And it's cool. Ben, you asked the question, do you get more points the faster you answer? Correct. If you get it correctly right, you get more points. So it's by speed, it's by you being correct and things like that. And then pay attention to this, because now I'm starting to include double point questions. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I appreciate that. Shout out to my man Steve-O knows NFL. Truck stick that like button like Debo, y'all. Definitely do that. I would have truly appreciate it. Hit the like button. You know what it does for the algorithm. I got a couple of contributions I want to get to before we jump off here, and super chat contributions. I just wanted to say thank you again and a round of applause to everybody out there. I felt like I was going through, and then y'all were taking on that burden, and y'all were going through, and I felt really bad that y'all were going through it, because I was going through it, and I was trying my best to be energetic the whole time, and it was just like I had zero energy. But because you guys were providing me with comfort and the messages, the private messages, all that type of stuff, man, I just wanted to tell you that I love you, like genuinely love you. So thank you guys out there for helping me get through this. And last but not least, we got a few more contributions that I wanted to read. The Backyard Blitz, I'm going to be sending you a message. It's nothing bad or anything like that. I just want to share something with you that's kind of funny. All right. Defenses in the NFL have studied so much down and distance, tendencies, formations, etc. They're not fooled often. It's all about execution. No one said this. Maybe I was kind of like hinting to this. They still got to do it. Even if they know the play, they still got to do it. So that's execution, right? That's pretty much what I've been saying. Backyard Blitz, this is spot on. Foghorn for you. And there's no better way to end the show than ending it with a contribution from the beautiful Miss Debbie. Guys, she's doing her giveaway. And make sure you guys support. She gives away different stuff, like stuff I can't afford. So y'all might want to make sure y'all do what y'all can to win some of the things that she's giving away. So make sure, first of all, you follow Miss Debbie, all right, whether it's via Twitter or whatnot. She's mainly on Twitter. She's also on Instagram. Make sure you're giving her a follow. But Miss Debbie, thank you for all the hard work that you do, and thank you for the contribution. She says, looks like it will be a red out in Mexico, y'all. Fan forecast is projecting 82%. 49er fans and Estadio Azteca, I think that's how you say it, on Monday Night Football. 49er fans will be there. So even though we're the away team wearing white, we should wear red, is what you're saying, Miss Debbie? Just asking. Make sure you send me a text message because you know I got to be looking right. I'm a pack. Regardless, I'm going to pack a gold, a red, and a white. I'm going to make sure I'm on point. I got everything I'm going to need. You feel me? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, 2 things. Breezy This, Breezy That is available on all musical platforms. That's number 1. And number 2, please, I'm trying to get the podcast up on the Apple Podcast world. So make sure you guys go to Apple Podcast if you have that, and make sure you leave 5-star comment and 5-star rating and a comment, right? That would be so cool. It's really cool to read those comments whenever I get out there and I get a chance to check those out. And if you're on Spotify, please do the same thing. Please do the same thing. I love y'all. I'll be posting. I almost did it. Mark, I need you to stop paying extra attention because I almost did the Marcus. I almost did it, bro. I almost did it. Diego, I'm leaving on Saturday morning. I'll be there Saturday afternoon. All right, guys, love y'all. Stay up, stay faithful. Thank you for all the contributions. We back, baby. Thanks for watching. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. John Chapman. We're going to be previewing the game. I mean, breaking down the breakdown, statistics, matchups, position battles, all that good stuff. You don't want to miss out. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.